Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I'm helping you break through your barriers and transcend any limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So today's inspirational message is sometimes you have to walk away and choose yourself. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from things, people, places that are toxic. You could even say thoughts that are toxic, feelings that are toxic. Or sometimes we can get chaos confused with passion, especially if you grew up in an environment where there was a lot of hostility and chaos, or just toxicity in general. Or maybe as you got older, you hung around with friends that were like that. Usually it starts in the family first. But sometimes we're seeking that rush, that emotional roller coaster. It literally is like an addiction. And as someone that was an addict, I can speak for that. It's like, even though it's toxic, sometimes it feels good. It's like the rush. Your brain chemicals are all discombobulated. You get the high highs and the low lows. What goes up must come down. Also, as above, so below. And I think a lot of people are at this point now in their journey, in their spiritual journey, healing journey, self-improvement journey, as the earth is shifting in frequency and consciousness even, it is becoming very apparent what is not aligned with your highest self, best self, optimal timeline, whatever word you want to use, where your life wants to go. And if you start on any of those journeys, you are seeing the contrast, the old you and the attachments and the toxicity. And then there's the new you, which is probably a weaker vibration because you haven't been that version as long, right? You've been the old version longer. So when this happens, I say new levels, new devils. As you're elevating, you're going to have more challenges, more temptations, more distractions, more things to try to throw you off. It's literally like a video game. That's what it feels like. It can be hard when you have various types of trauma intertwined with this. But you get to a point where it's just like, how much longer can I keep doing this? How much longer can I keep dealing with toxicity? You have to really prioritize your well-being. Sometimes people have to suffer so much where they feel like they're spiritually destroyed or emotionally destroyed, hopefully not physically destroyed. But sometimes, people are dealing with abuse and things of that nature, where maybe they have trouble walking away from. It can be difficult for a lot of people. It just gets to a point where how much more suffering you're going to do? How much more chaos, destruction needs to happen? I'm not saying that it's all you're a victim and it's all someone else's fault. Often we are playing a part too. We have to take responsibility for the part we play in our own misery and suffering. You're not changing it, you're choosing it. So we become comfortable in that chaos, comfortable in that drama, even trauma, misery. But you get to a certain point as you're shifting, and if you're doing any kind of work to improve or heal, spiritually develop, you're going to hit like a crossroad. So if I keep thinking, feeling, and acting this way, I'm going down. It's not going to look good for me. It's going to be a rough path, right? Because that way doesn't work. Clearly, look at the results, right? You've probably had some consequences. You have a lot of suffering or emotional turmoil or whatever, or maybe it's affected you on the physical level as well. Maybe on like a financial level, maybe on a destroying your health level, depending on what we're dealing with here, because I'm talking about a variety of different topics. This also could include addictions as well. Addictions of even to substances, not just addictions to chaos. Sometimes you have to walk away and choose yourself. Sometimes you have to take the higher road. It's not about shaming yourself, feeling guilty. It is what it is. You experience what you experience, and hopefully you extracted the lesson from it so it doesn't keep happening. Becoming aware of your patterns is important, because once you're aware of it, you can make a different choice. Now, I think right now, what's going on the planet, a lot of people are becoming very aware of many things. This is the age of Aquarius. Truths are being revealed, or the age of information. The planet is shifting in consciousness and frequency, right? So it's to a higher level. So everything that's done in the dark has to be brought to light. Illusions are being shattered, truth are being exposed. Look at all the information that's coming out right now. The crazy things from celebrities to drones. to like diseases, to the medical system. There's so many different things that are coming out right now. Sometimes these are hard pills to swallow, especially if you're just maybe awakening now. I mean, there's different levels of awakening, you know. Sometimes you're awakening to more truths. It's like a spiral. It's not like a straight line, right? You see deeper truths, and the more inner work you do on yourself, and the more you tap in within, you're going to see more. You're going to see things you didn't see before, feel things you maybe didn't feel before. Maybe feelings are coming up, emotions from the past that are trying to be processed, trauma that's been kind of weighing you down, limiting beliefs even, a distorted or toxic way of thinking. All right, these are all affecting your well-being. So it gets to the point where sometimes you got to cut your losses and feel how you need to feel, grieve as much as you need to. Sometimes we're grieving our old self. When we grieve our old self, we are grieving our attachments to everything attached to our old self. That's our thinking, the way we feel. It could be people, friends, relationships, maybe family members, habits, toxic relationship patterns, addictions, whatever. It can be tough. The grief of your old self sometimes is tougher than losing someone close to you. But you just get to a point where, how much longer are you going to keep doing this? The more you keep engaging in that, whatever that behavior is that isn't serving you, the more you're going to feel blocked, held back from where you want to go. Because I think right now there's a light shining for everybody, and on a collective level as well, on things that are like, this needs to be addressed now. Like, it's shining a light like, hey, this seriously, something is wrong here. Something is off, something is out of alignment, and this needs to be addressed, or something needs to change. And it's going to keep triggering you. It's going to keep like poking you. That's why shadow work is very important. I'll make a video on shadow work another time. I've been meaning to do that as well. And on the dark night of the soul, because I think a lot of people are going through that. So sometimes you just got to cut your losses, put on your big girl or your big boy pants, whatever you are, and walk away and choose yourself. You can't go wrong when you prioritize your well-being. Now, I know we have attachments to things, and you're going to have all these reasons. You're going to rationalize why you need to prioritize someone else or something else or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, your well-being is important. I'm talking about on a physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental level. Is affecting everything, is affecting your reality, right? How you're showing up every day. It's the energy that you're putting out. The energy you're putting out is the energy you're getting back. So if you have all this toxic energy and you're not feeling good, and like I said, your mind is like poison, or you aren't making changes to improve yourself, you're just staying stagnant, then, you know, things often get worse before they get better, right? Because something needs to change. Something's out of alignment. So you're going to have roadblocks, delays, detours, accidents, like even catastrophic events sometimes. What's it going to take to get your attention? What's it going to take for you to change? You know, I had to go through this when I went through addiction. I had to have everything completely crash and basically be destroyed to want to change. Then I went to holistic rehab. I got better, blah, blah, blah. Here I am today. Not to say things are always easy. Just prioritize your well-being and choose yourself. You know, I know it's hard to let go of people. I know it's hard to let go of things, attachments, but at the end of the day, you know, this is your life and you have to do what's best for you. Sometimes people are going to have a problem with that. People are going to be offended. People are going to be hurt. People are going to be angry at you. People are going to try to bring you down. But at the end of the day, you just got to take the high road and choose yourself. And sometimes you'll get to a point, who knows how far along, how much suffering, how much pain you have to go through. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to have a lot of pain and suffering to change, but often that's what drives us, right? The way we think and the way we feel drives us. You got to really evaluate the things, people, places, habits, whatever activities in your life that you're engaging in. You know, is this really helping me in the long term? Is this getting me closer to my higher self and best self, or my lower self and making me go backwards? You know, just evaluate and make the changes as needed. Don't be afraid to walk away, choose yourself. And of course, allow yourself to feel how you feel. Allow yourself to feel the grief, process it, and then keep it moving. It might seem hard at first. As long as you're evolving, things will get better. Not to say it's going to be easy and that you aren't going to have rough paths and more obstacles, but you're at least evolving, you're shifting to the next level. Your life will get better, your reality will get better, and you'll feel better. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, and 2 podcasts. The links are in this video description. I also offer coaching if you need intuitive guidance to motivate and support you on your healing, spiritual, and or self-improvement journey. My contact information is in this video description. Have a good day. Namaste.